Mr. Mo.
What's up, Dave?
Hey, how you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Good. Nice to see you, bud.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Welcome, welcome. All right.
First.
Hey, Brian. Welcome.
What's going on, David? How you doing?
Hey, good. How are you?
Doing good, doing good.
Good, good. All right, guys, we'll go ahead and get started. Let's see here. Do you guys remember the pairs we were looking at last week?
It was the SAR pairs.
The ZAR pairs, right? Absolutely. All right. So we always want to be trading the pairs. Hey, Kim.
Hey, how's it going? I'm
Good.
headed home. I'll be there in about 2 minutes and I'll get on my other computer.
Okay, awesome.
All right.
Okay. So guys, the ZAR pairs, right? We always want to be in the pairs that are trending, right? So trending up here, the ZAR pairs, USD ZAR and EUR ZAR are currently trending. All right, so we are in these pairs here. If you guys remember, we got a buy signal here last week on a break of this resistance. Let's draw this line here. On the break of this resistance, right here, right? And the price retraced, right? And we talked about this. The price retraced and still kept us in the trade, right? And we talked about not having a stop loss, because if we had a stop loss, remember, we always want to anticipate a pullback. After we get a buy signal, okay, most of the time, I would say a high percentage of the time, we are going to get a pullback before price does the real move. Okay, so always anticipate a pullback, just like here. Okay, previous resistance becomes support. So price pullback right to support, held support, right? Do you guys remember we talked about that?
Yes, remember.
Yeah, so price pullback right to support. We had white consolidating candles, so we never closed the trade, right? And then we had a green candle, and then price moved higher. We talked about if we want to be aggressive, we can enter again and add to our position on this green candle here. All right, and those are powerful moves when we get those. All right, so USD ZAR, we're in this pair. And again, it's number one, it's the top trending pair right now. The second is ZAR, Euro ZAR. So same thing, here was a buy signal here. Okay, buy signal here. Okay, price retraced, held support. So we did not get out. If we had stop losses anywhere in this area, we would have been stopped out of the trade. We don't want that. Okay. So,
hey guys.
Hey Joe, welcome. All right, so we held support. This is important, guys. We held support. All right, we don't want to panic on these pullbacks. We don't want to panic. right? So price retrace, held support, okay, wide consolidating candles, okay. Then we had a green candle here, and we are moving higher here now, okay. The USD MXN is another one. So watch this week. We want to pay closer attention to the euro pairs and the dollar pairs. So the euro pairs and the dollar pairs are moving higher, guys. Okay, remember, these were red about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. Now we're getting some blue. So up movement in those, white consolidating movement in those. So these are moving higher. The dollar pairs, all these are dollar pairs, the euro pairs right here also moving higher. So pay attention to those in this area in here. They're moving up higher, all right? But again, your top movers, USD ZAR and EUR ZAR. Any questions on this?
Sorry, David, would you repeat that again? I just joined.
Okay,
Just the top moving.
okay.
Yes, please.
All right. Okay. So Rose, the top moving are USD, ZAR. So we should be in these pairs, guys. If we are not in these pairs, we are doing something wrong. All right.
Right.
Okay. So when we go over these every week, all right, just make sure that you're in the top pairs here. That's your money pairs. This is where you're going to make all your money. All right. So if you're not in these pairs every week, just go over your process. Continue to go over your process, fine tune your process. Okay. If you've missed these trades, if you've missed the buy signal, you can always get in on the reaccumulation phase when we break another resistance. Okay, but just make sure that you've missed opportunities. So we want to get in right near the buy signal. Okay, so what we talked about, what we're going over, Rose, is that when we get a buy signal here on a break of resistance, so let's draw the resistance line.
Okay.
So here is our resistance line here. We broke resistance. We got a buy signal here, this triangle right here. We just anticipate, this is where most traders will get faked out, right? So we want to make sure that we anticipate, okay, anticipate the pullback to previous resistance, which is now support. So we got a buy signal here. Always anticipate the pullback to support. We held support. We held support, right? You guys see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then price continued. Okay. The initial move. If you guys want to be aggressive, for those of you who've been trading for a while and you want to be aggressive, you can always add to your position after the green candle, after your white consolidating candles. That means the buyers are back in. Buyers are back in right here. We can add to our position and then continue the move higher. Okay. Makes sense? Okay. So that's dollar ZAR. Euro ZAR, same thing. You guys are going to find that the pairs will move almost identical, right? If they're in the same family. All right. So same thing here. With Euro ZAR. It was your resistance here, break of resistance, your buy signal here, price retrace, held support right here. Here is your support, held support, okay. White consolidating candles, green candle right here. If we wanted to be a bit aggressive, add to the position, we could have done that here. And then our price is here. All right. So those are the top two pairs, right? All we need, guys, we don't need to trade 5 and 10 pairs. All we need is 1 or 2. Okay, and you can put a large amount of capital to work. Okay. If you look here, so we've got support here and resistance here. Okay, so what phase are we in? So this is a test for you guys. What phase are we in right now? What phase are we in?
Reaccumulation?
Okay, we are not in the reaccumulation phase. What would happen for us to, and that's close, that's a good one, right?
Distribution.
Which one?
Distribution.
Distribution? No, we are far
No.
away from distribution. Distribution looks more like this, right? Right? So
Okay.
distribution is selling, right? So we are on distribution is basically the markdown phase, right? So what phase is this? What phase is
Markup.
markup phase? Very good. So markup phase. We're on the right or left side of price. Reaccumulation. What would have to happen for us to be in the reaccumulation phase?
Another breakout?
Support.
A break of what?
Support.
No.
No, a break of resistance.
A break of resistance. Very good. So the price, in order to get a reaccumulation, the price would have to get to this resistance here, guys. So here is your resistance right here. Okay. So in order for the price for us to get to a reaccumulation where we could add to our position, the price would have to break this resistance here. Okay. If the price breaks this support area in here, so if the price breaks this support area in here, what will we have? If the price breaks this support in this area and comes down,
That'll be a redistribution. Markdown phase, right? So a redistribution.
so let's think about it, right? So if price gets down in this area, breaks support, we
Declining.
white candles and perhaps a red candle like this. What is that?
Decline.
Decline.
I think so.
So
You
we
enter
would-
the markdown phase, right?
So yeah, we would get so remember the 4 phases, right, guys? The 4
Right.
phases, right? So we would get a sell signal, right? We would get a sell signal, and then we would get to the distribution phase, right? Distribution phase, right? So we're gonna hold right now. We're gonna hold the position. Okay, there's nothing to be concerned about until we get white consolidating candles. We get white consolidating candles, okay? Then we need to be a bit concerned, okay? Because we could get red candles and then a sell signal just like here, all right? So
Sure.
let's say, for instance, let's run through this, okay? So let's say we bought here on the break of resistance here. Price, so we have one position here, price moved lower, we broke on this resistance here. Let's run right through this, okay? So here was our buy signal, we took our initial position here, price retraced, we held support, never gave a sell signal, okay? We have white consolidating candles, then we have a green candle here, and we wanted to be more aggressive, so we would add here. So now we've got 2 positions, right? You guys see that? We'd have 2 positions. Our
Yes.
initial position here, second position here, all right? Price breaks this resistance here. We could have added a 3rd position here, right? You guys see that?
Yes.
Okay, now price moves higher. Okay, we could have added here. Also, we could have added here. Okay, and now price is here. Okay. Now, if we get a white candle here, okay, it's kind of like this. We can then start to close some of our positions. All right, you guys see that? If we get
Yes.
a white candle here, we could start to close some of our positions, and you might leave one position. You take profits, Okay, and let's say price held. Okay, so we got a white consolidating candle, but then price held and start moving higher again. Okay, we can add another position, or we could just hold and wait for price to get to this resistance, break up this resistance, and take price high again, take the move higher again. You guys see that?
Yes.
Okay. The purpose support, what does the purpose support and resistance mean? Like here, purple resistance or purpose support?
Resistance.
The purple resistance right here, what does that mean? What does the purple support and resistance mean, like right in here? You guys remember that? So we need to be cautious of that. That means price is making higher, lower lows and lower highs. Okay. So within the trend, we are getting some pullback, some reversals within the trend. Okay. So we always want to be concerned about purple support and resistance, purple support and resistance. Okay, so when we start to see a purple support and resistance, that just means that the price is overextended and that we might get a reversal to the downside, just like this here. All right. Okay. So let's say, for instance, we're in these two pairs. We're in ZAR, USD ZAR, and EUR ZAR, and we're looking for other positions. We're looking to add other positions. Okay, so this is what we want to do. These are our leading pairs right now. Okay, we can take a look at USD MXN that gave a buy signal. Okay, so once you're in these pairs here, we can look for now new opportunities to get in if we want to continue to add new trades, new positions. Okay, so you guys could have added this. Okay, you could have added this. I think this came out on early Friday. So you could have added the USD MXN. Whenever you find you have leading pairs, okay, leading pairs in that group, look for the other pairs to follow. That makes sense. So USD ZAR is a dollar pair. Look for the other dollar pairs to follow, guys. Am I making sense? Okay, so think of USD ZAR as the leader. That's the top pair in the dollar group. Look at EUR ZAR, so Euro ZAR. That's the top pair in the Euro group. As a matter of fact, the Euro USD TRY, the Turkish pair, have been moving for a while. We should be in those pairs also. Okay, we should have been in those pairs for a while now. Okay, they're still holding. Here's our buy signal here. Okay, you guys remember that, right? You remember the Turkish pairs? Right? We should have been in those. So the Euro Turk, EUR TRY and USD TRY, where is it? Right here. Okay, those are still in. We anticipate that these will probably close anytime now. Okay, they were our top trending pairs. Right here is USD TRY and EUR TRY. But you never know, they could continue to move higher, but we should be holding those. But the current trending, top trending pairs are USD ZAR and EUR ZAR. So look for, look for the other group to follow, the pairs in the other group to follow. All right. So USD MXN, like I said, that's another group. That's a great trade, right? If we look here, there was our buy signal here, sell signal here. Price came down. Here's the reaccumulation phase. Always be looking, when you guys analyze your trades, go through the 4 phases. That's going to give you guys a lot of confidence that you're on the right side of the trade. So here was our resistance. Here was our support down in here. That's our accumulation. That's accumulation right here. We broke, look here, we broke resistance right here, guys. We got a buy signal right here, this triangle right here, and now we're moving higher. Okay, when you see the other pairs follow the leaders, that's great confirmation. This is where you could put some real capital to work. So think of your first couple of first few pairs that break out as your testing pairs, right? And then the pairs that follow behind, that's confirmation. Okay, those are leading the pack. The others that follow behind, right? That's confirmation. So you could put some real money to work here in these pairs here. That makes sense? You're going to get, most times you might get a smoother trade with the other leading the other pairs that are following. Okay. But that's a perfect trade right here. So if, let's say for instance, we're in the ZAR pairs, now we're in USD MXN, that's the third one here in line. All right, that's the third one here. Okay, let's say we got in here. What can we anticipate next? What can we anticipate next for this trade if we were in USD MXN?
Move higher till it reaches the next support.
The next
The
support.
the previous support, which is going to be the new resistance.
Very good. So if we look over here, we had previous support right here. Very good, Rose. Previous support, then that could be resistance, right? So let's draw that in here. So we can anticipate some resistance, meeting some resistance right here. Okay, not that we close the trade. We will not close. We will not take any profits off the table, just so that we know that, hey, this is previous support. It's now resistance. So let's say price get to this area here, then the system will provide us with new support and resistance line in this area here. If we get that, if we get new support and resistance line in this area, okay, and we break resistance, let's say we break that, we break resistance over in here, we get new lines, we can add it to our position, okay? And then where would be the next resistance? So let's say we break this resistance right here, previous support. The next area, the next big area, guys, would be right here. Okay, so we should be hoping and watching for price to get above this area. Okay, if we can get above this area here, then price could really break to the upside. Okay, so price could really break to the upside. You guys see that?
Yes.
And it's just what this does is just a gauge to allow us to kind of manage the trade and look to add positions. All right.
Mhm.
All right. What phase are we in? What phase are we in here?
What phase are we in? Advancing.
Advancing, or yes, advancing. What's another name for advancing?
Marker,
What's that?
markup.
Markup.
Mhm.
All right, markup. always, when you're in the markup phase, guys, this is important. When you're in the markup phase, okay, we always want to be long. So we want to be long. We want to be looking to buy. Okay, so we should be long, looking to buy. Okay, we should not, we shouldn't have any type of anxiety as far as the trade. Okay, so you should not be concerned that the trade will do this. It will never do this all of a sudden, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's going to, there's a process. It's going to go through that markup phase, reaccumulation, markup, reaccumulation. Okay, then distribution, markdown, redistribution. Okay, so get in the habit of when we get a buy signal, it's in the markup phase. We've got green candles. We got green candles, right? We above this moving average here. You guys don't have to be concerned that the price is going to get ahead of you. It's not. Okay, so you can sit back. Okay, just try this. Just try it. Whenever you've got a buy signal, you in this trade, you've got green candles. Just sit back and relax, and let the trade move for you. Okay, and your goal should be looking to add. Your only goal is to anticipate, get a break above resistance, and look to add. If you start getting white candles, that's the only time you need to pay attention, really pay attention to price, because then you need to make some decisions. If you get a sell signal, then you really have to get out. But start trusting, just trusting the process. Try to stay cool. I know it's hard to do, right? But remember, if the longs are in control, the buyers are in control. When we've got it like this, there is really nothing to do. Okay. Oh, there's really nothing to do. The only thing you need to do is add, look to add on break of resistance. We get a white consolidating candle, then you need to pay attention, because you might have to take some profits off the table. Okay, so try that this week. Okay, try that this week. Okay, try to be, you get a buy signal, green candles, just try to be cool, try to be patient, anticipate your next move, which is going to be support and resistance, right? And go from there. Any questions on Forex? No questions on Forex? This makes sense?
Yep.
Actually, I do have a question. So this is for the two pair USD ZAR and EUR ZAR is for whatever's going up. What about the opposite side? Can we have a look at the
for shorts, you mean?
Yeah, shorting. Yeah, shorting chart.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we can look at shorts, okay? But remember, when we focus on here, we always want to be in the pairs that are trending up. Okay.
Right.
Now we could have, so if we focus, we could have pairs that are here that are trending down. So you see here. So you see here, Rose, where the pound pairs, right, are moving to the downside.
Right.
Right. Okay. So here is a pound pair, and I haven't taken a look at this, but so let's take a look at it. So the pound Swiss is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the sixth trending pair.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you take a look here, let's go to the short side. Okay. So the pound. Let's see here, pound Swiss. Here it is right here. So if we wanted to go short, now remember, this is not the top trending pair. It's number 6 in line, okay?
Right, right.
Number 6, let's move this here. Number 6 in line. So if we wanted to go short, okay, here was our short signal here on a break of this support right here, and the price is all the way down here, okay? So we would trade it the same way, it's just the reverse, okay?
Okay.
Now
Okay.
what could happen though, the pound pairs are red. If this is right now, it's number 6, it's rank 6. If it keeps moving up, guess what? Then that's the pound pairs are making a move to the downside. The pound CAD is another one that's ranked, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Pound CAD is number 12. And guess what? It's just now breaking a support level, which is right here. It broke it, retraced, but guess what? It still hasn't cleared. It still hasn't cleared this support area here. It's got a lot of consolidation. It does have a sell short signal here.
But it did test the support, didn't it?
Yes.
But it bounced back.
It bounced
with the white
back.
candle.
Exactly. So this is a good example here. And these pairs could be at some point be the top trending pairs. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So let's draw support and resistance right here. Here is support. Here is resistance. We have a lot of consolidation in here, but guess what? We've got selling in here and they are moving higher. The pound pairs are moving higher. So this would be a good one to take, okay? Because what we could have is this. You see this short here? This is a beautiful short, right? This is a beautiful short here. So here was our short. We took it all the way down. We got out. Now price is consolidating and now it wants to take it down again. But I would only trade these pairs. I would only get into these pairs after we have gotten this. Okay.
Okay. It's after the pair gets find its way to the top of this top of the chart, right?
Yeah. So these are your top moving pairs right now. Okay. So if we always focus on what's trending, whether it's long or short, whether it's up or down, okay, that's where we should be. Okay. First, perhaps once these pairs close and the pound pairs start to move higher, okay, and take the lead. Okay, think of this as a horse race.
Right.
These are all your horses here, right? And these are your fastest horses right here. These are the horses that are leading the pack, guys. So if we want to win the race, guess what? We want to be in these pairs right here. At some point, if the pound pairs really make a move, they might overtake, okay, the ZAR pair, the Euro pair here, okay? They might, but they're not doing that yet. So I would wait on those.
Okay. Thank you, David.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. If there isn't anything else, let's take a look at Bitcoin. Okay. So Bitcoin, there was our buy signal here in Bitcoin, our sell signal here on a break of this support right here. So what phase is Bitcoin in currently? What phase is Bitcoin in currently?
Distribution?
Yep, I would say distribution.
And by saying that, because I was going to say reaccumulation with the anticipation it was going to go up, but when he said when he said distribution, so that's with his anticipation of it going down, right?
Very good, very good. So it can either be distribution just think of this as accumulation. This area here, guys, is just like this. You notice? This is accumulation. This is accumulation here. If we get a short signal, okay, to go down, then that's distribution. Okay, very good. If we get a buy signal, if price move higher, break this resistance here, that's reaccumulation. That's reaccumulation.
I hope he's correct though with the distribution, because I sold at the sell signal, so I'm hoping it still goes down to pick it up. So yeah.
but you can see it could go either way, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna call it distribution because if we put in a short signal, if you guys look here, I'm going to add, let's see here, I'm gonna turn on the automation for the short side. So if we turn on the automation for the short side, okay, we'll see that we have a sell short signal here. Okay, so that's a trick question there. It's a trick question, okay? But what I want you guys to do, this is considered distribution. Once we have a short signal to go down, that's considered distribution, okay? That makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay, but visually, because what I want you guys to do is follow the signals, but look at price, look at the candles, look at price to kind of anticipate what's going to happen next. That will make you a lot sharper with your trading. So this looks very much like this. Okay, if price moves higher, above these near this resistance line, we will close, the short will close, and we'll probably get a buy signal to go higher, just like this. You see this short here, short signal failed, got a sell signal to get out. Okay, this could happen here, and then price moved higher, and then we got a buy signal. Okay, makes sense?
Mhm.
Yeah.
But just know that when we do not have a clear path, okay, when we've got selling, neutral, and buying, we're in no man's land. All right. So red candles, white candles, green candles, there's nothing to do. What we want green candles like this. Okay, on an uptrend, and on a downtrend, red candles. So basically what we want to be doing is, what we could do, we could take these short. If we were shorting Bitcoin, we would, if we wanted to short Bitcoin, this would be a short signal to take it down. Okay, and what we would hope is that the price would continue to come back down. What would we call this here? What's this area here? What's this? So let's say we've taken it short to the downside. What is this area here called? If we're shorting it to the downside, this is what? What's this? What's happening here with price?
It's increasing.
It's increasing, but what's it happen? What happened here? What happened? What happened here with the ZAR pairs? What happened in this area here? What happened? What did price do here? You guys see that?
Yes.
Oh, it reaccumulated?
No, what did price do here?
Oh, it dropped.
It dropped. You remember you were concerned about this last
Right.
week, right?
Yeah.
Right. So it pulled back, right?
Yeah.
It pulled back, right? So it's the same thing that's happening here. Okay, where is it? Bitcoin here. It's the same thing that's happening here with on the short side, guys, on the downside. Here was the signal here to go short, and now price is pulling back.
So it retraced up.
It retraced up, and what it's doing is this: it's getting all those traders, guys, that had stop losses. All the traders that had stop losses in this area here got kicked out of the trade. Okay, so always anticipate a pullback, right? So all those traders that had stop losses right behind support, right in this area here, got stopped out. And guess what? If I was a betting man, I would bet that now the big players are going to short it and now bring it down, continue to move down. Continue to move down. Okay, and there's a high probability, because we have a short signal, that the price could come back down, test 58,000 on Bitcoin and move lower. And why am I saying that? Why am I saying that? Why am I saying that? I'll show you guys why. Because the trend right now is to the downside. Right? We got lower highs, and we've got lower lows. Look at this here. We'll create a channel here. All right, let's create a channel. Right, here is a channel here. Okay, so look here. Usually it's not perfect, but the price made a high, came down to the bottom of the channel, went back up, came down, went back up. So there's a good chance that the price will come back down to this area here, go up and do something like this until it decides to break up to the upside, break resistance and move higher. You guys see that?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So right now it's in a, you see this is a downward channel. So there's a good chance that, hey, we've got a sell short signal here. Price is red. If we get a red candle in this area, down in this area, price could move lower. The bottom line you guys need to be worried about is this. You should not be in Bitcoin on the long side. You should not be in on the long side. Okay. If we're going long, and this is just good to do, if we're going long, you can draw a channel here. Let's see here, like kind of like this here. You don't have to do this, but it's kind of, it helps with your trading. Trend line here. You guys see that?
Mhm.
Nice uptrend, nice. Holding within this channel right here. All right. You guys see that? Okay. You guys see that?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So I would anticipate that Bitcoin here was right here. Here is support right here. So here is support. The price gap, Bitcoin gap down at the open. So it's down a little over 1,100 points. So it gap down. Look for this area here. If it breaks this support area here, it retests that support. Okay. Look for it to get to this area here. That's 58. And then the next big support is around 55. Okay, if it gets around 55, look for some consolidation there, and then all the way down to about 50,000. Okay, if it holds, okay, breaks this resistance, we could go higher. All right. All right. Anything else, guys? Any questions for me?
Yeah, sorry, it's me again.
Okay.
I did change. Why are you gravitated towards 240 minutes chart? Would you explain that to me versus daily? What's the difference between the two?
Okay, so that's a good question. We were on the daily, and yeah, and we just weren't getting a lot of trending opportunities in the daily, so we've moved to the 240, and you guys have probably noticed we're getting a lot better trades on the 240. Okay, we had great trades with the yen pairs. The ZAR pairs are moving nicely. Okay, so Rose, what we want to keep in mind is this, right? The Forex market as a whole is consolidating right now.
Right.
Okay, so this is we use the dollar index as the barometer for the entire Forex market. This is a monthly chart. So if you notice, right, if we use the dollar index, right, and just think of the dollar index again as a barometer for the entire Forex market. When the dollar is trending, okay, we'll see the market, Forex market as a whole trending. So if you notice here, price this is on a monthly time frame now. So this is a wider time frame on the dollar index that we stuck within resistance here and support in here. Okay, so we do not have any trends currently, and this has been going on for quite some time. This is all the way back to 2015, 2020. Now, 21 rather. Now we can trade this, okay, on the daily, but just know that we'll get fewer trending opportunities on the daily time frame. Okay.
I see. Okay.
Okay, because we need for the daily, for us to get a lot of trending opportunities on the daily time frame, the dollar index would have to do something like this. You see this down move right here?
Right.
Okay, so this is a downward trend. So it doesn't matter if we're trending up or down, as long as the dollar is trending, the Forex market will trend. Okay.
Nice. Okay, so now it seems like I have an issue because I changed it to daily. Now I cannot go back to 240.
Okay.
Would you be able to show on the chart so everybody else might benefit from it?
Okay,
How
perfect.
do we change that to 240 from daily?
From daily. Okay, let's do that now.
Thank you.
Okay, so
and I'm sorry that I'm taking up.
Oh no, that's a perfect question. Okay, so on your chart here, so let's start with the chart. Okay, so in your monster scalper, all your radar needs to be on daily. Your radar here needs to be on daily. Your chart would need to be on daily. So we're gonna change everything back to daily and then change everything back to 240. Okay. So let's start with your chart, and then also your trending indicator right here needs to be on the same time frame. So what we're going to do is we're going to right click on find an area where there isn't any price. So just a clear area. We're gonna right click, go to time frame,
okay,
and then go all the way down to daily.
Okay.
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 Okay, now notice this. Guys, follow me for a second. Follow me for a second, please. Okay, you notice the price here on the daily time frame. We're stuck between what? The price is stuck between what? Support and resistance, right? You see here? Now, when we move it to a 240,
Sorry, I missed that. How did you do this again?
I'll go back.
Okay.
Okay, once we move it to a 240, what happens to price? Is it still consolidating like the daily?
No.
No.
Okay, that's why we're trading on the 240 and not the daily. You see that, Rose?
Yes, I see it.
Okay, all right, so let's go back. Let's go back. I want to do it one more time. This is the daily. We have no trending, nothing is trending.
Right, right.
We go back to the 240, and to change the 240, you notice the 240 is not here. These are just
No,
the
it's not.
standard, right? So go to custom, customize. Okay,
Sorry, time frame. I'm just trying to customize, okay?
customize, go to
Mhm,
go to minute. Okay,
Minute, okay.
and then in the minute bar, put 240 if it's not there. Put two,
Okay.
type in 240, and then okay.
And then, okay.
And then you'll notice now on the 240, we've got nice trends, right? There's a nice trend.
Right.
Okay, so let's go back to the daily. All right, so daily. So now it's daily. Then we want to change our
The radar.
radar. Okay, so we're gonna right click on the symbol. Anywhere on the symbol, go to time frame.
Uh-huh.
Okay, go to customize. You see that? Customize all symbols,
It's not doing anything for me.
Okay, so
Custom
go to right click on the symbol
and
in
symbol.
your radar. That's fine. And you see time frame, go all the way down to customize. Just keep your cursor on customize, and all symbols should come up.
One symbol.
If you can't find it, Rose, we can do and use any desk and do it offline.
Yeah, okay. I think we should go after,
Okay.
if you don't mind. Thank you.
Yeah. So we'll just do it here. So all symbols, we'll click on that, and then we're gonna change that to daily. And then you'll notice here that it changed all your symbols here, guys, to daily.
Mhm.
You see that? And your radar will look different on the daily. Same thing here on our trending indicator. We would go right click here on the symbols, time frame. Oh. Oh. Huh. One second here. It's not working for me either. Okay, it's not coming up. But this is how it would do it. You just click on time frame, find all symbols.
And you don't get anything when you go to customize, right?
What's that?
The system's not responding when you go to customize, right?
No.
Yeah, that's exactly the issue I'm having.
Okay, so yeah, we'll work on that offline. Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hey,
But
David,
that's how you would do it. Go ahead.
actually,
Yeah.
when you were clicking on the symbols on the right,
Mm-hmm.
I actually saw it. All you had to do was move it over and move it down, and it went from 240 to daily.
Oh, you
That's what
saw,
they were trying to do.
you
Now, just
saw
go
it-
back. Yeah,
you
just go
s-
back, do what you were doing before. Do okay. Now go back and click on the, like the USD. Yeah, click time. Now keep going to your right, to your right. No. Stay there, no, go down to time frame again. Down the time frame. No, you must can't see your pop-up window.
No, I
Can you?
can't see it. You can see the
Okay.
pop-up on your end?
Yeah, I can see it on my
Yeah.
end and I can see exactly where you have to go.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I can't
Yeah,
see
I
it.
think it maybe it's because we're on a Zoom.
Oh, okay, here
Yeah,
it
now
is. So,
keep going to your right. Yeah.
yeah,
I
I see
can
it.
talk you through it. Just move up a little bit.
I
go.
see it now. The Zoom was
Yeah,
covering
now
it.
if you go up to 60, no, but you gotta go back over to 60 minutes.
Yeah, I got it here.
Yeah,
Yeah, so yeah, this Zoom was covering it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why. Okay,
Okay, and Cam, thank you. It worked for me too.
it worked.
All right,
Okay,
all right.
perfect.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so that's how you change it, okay? But we're gonna keep it on the 240, okay? So right now we're getting great trends on the 240. I wouldn't recommend going any lower. You guys can. I mean, it's up to you. But the 240 seems to be working fine right now. If the Forex market consolidates further, okay, then we might have to go to like a 60-minute. But for right now, the 240, we're getting pretty good trends on the 240. Let's change this back. 40. So this week, going into the week, guys, the Forex market just opened at 5 p.m. All right, so what should we be doing? So what should we be doing, guys?
See which is trending the best. What's at the top of the list? It's USD Turkish lira at the top.
Sorry about that, guys. That's Pepper. All right. Let's do this here. Okay. So Rose, you got that? You know,
I got it. Thank you.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, got it. It was just a little tiny arrow that I kept missing. But
Okay.
yeah, it's all good. Thanks.
All right, guys. So dollar, ZAR, just the ZAR pairs. Okay, USD, MXN. So you're Mexican, right? Pair. And then look for these other pairs. Look for other euro pairs or other dollar pairs that are moving higher, okay, or to the downside. But I would stick with the ZAR pairs. If you're in the Turkish pairs or USD TRY, watch those pairs. You guys should be already in those pairs. Okay, we could be getting a sell signal on those shortly. Okay. And Bitcoin, just keep an eye on Bitcoin. I think it's going to come down. I think it's going to come down and retest this support in here. That's my opinion, but that can change. Anything can happen. All right. Anything else? If not,
That's all.
have
you.
a great week. Rose, great questions.
It's just, and I'm sorry I took up everyone's time, but sometimes you get stuck on tiny little things.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's what we want. All right, guys, take care. Have a good week, okay?
Thank you,
Thank you.
Dave.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Good
Bye-bye.
luck. Bye-bye.